Welcome back to Dropped In. I am so stoked to be here with you today and to share a microdose hit of magic and medicine with you from the jungles of Costa Rica. My husband and I have been here for 3 weeks and are having the most incredible trip. And as you listen to this is the day of 12/12. December 12th is a very powerful day in the world of manifestation. The number 12 carries incredible symbolism in the manifestation world. It's the number of completions and divine order. And it signals that everything is aligning perfectly to bring your dreams into reality. And when you double it, 1212 amplifies the energy of expansion and new beginnings. And this is why Marcia and I are so excited to share with you and invite you into the Flow Zone Masterclass that we are collaborating on December 30th. This is a perfectly timed experience to set the stage for your most aligned and abundant 2025. This flow zone that you're going to be experiencing isn't another vision setting workshop. We are combining the power of scripting, hello Abraham Hicks fans, with somatic practices to get your mind and nervous system fully on board with all that you are calling in. So why is this important? Yes, scripting is powerful. And when we bring in the somatic work, we are getting our nervous system on board. The work that I do, if you haven't worked with me, is predominantly on really getting your nervous system on board, getting your subconscious mind on board, which of course is the operator of the nervous system. When our nervous system is rewired and regulated, we are able to hold more, grow more, expand more, create more, and therefore co-create more. And so the level of work, the depth of work that you do with your nervous system will be able to take you to that next level that you are calling in. And so the nervous system, if it feels overwhelmed, if it feels stuck or in resistance, your manifestations are going to stall. But when your mind, body, and energy are aligned, my friend, this is the sweet spot. This is where magic happens. So when you join us in this 90-minute virtual expansive experience, you're going to learn the art of scripting to vividly call in your 2025 vision. We're going to use somatic tools to release any resistance and embody your deepest desires. We're going to create a daily ritual that keeps you in the flow zone all year long. And you're going to gain unstoppable clarity, confidence, and momentum for the new year. So why now? This is the symbolism. This is the power of 12/12. This is the day when you set the intention, you set the tone for all that you're calling in for 2025. Enter the flow zone. We're sitting in that energetic portal of alignment and expansion. This is the perfect time to commit to your vision. And we have early bird pricing available now until December 14th. So ensure that you secure your spot and save $22 until December 14th, because your dreams deserve to be prioritized, don't they? Imagine stepping into 2025 with your nervous system fully aligned, your energy radiating confidence, and your vision practically pulling itself into reality. This is your chance to make that happen. This is the place to be if you're ready to let go of stress, pressure, overwhelm, self-doubt, reclaim your flow and step into ease, and finally take aligned action on those big dreams. So I invite you to join us for the Flow Zone again on December 30th and get ready to turn your boldest visions into reality. So, some ways that I have incorporated scripting, it's funny, as I am here in the jungles of Costa Rica, I often take time to clear away old stagnant energies in my field, whether it's in my energetic field, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. I've been going through my phone and deleting old notes, emails, and voice memos, and voice notes, and all these things. And just getting ready to do this energetic prep for clearing out the old. This is what I do in my energy field as I come into new years, is not setting New Year's resolutions. I really go into the space and place of clearing energetic leaks, energetic blocks, to ensure that all the old news, all the old business is being dealt with in this year and not bring it into the new year. So that's an added bonus I invite you to do, is to, instead of the New Year's resolutions that you might be typically drawn to, how can you clear out all of the old energy from this year that no longer serves, that you are ready to clear away, free away? Again, clear out the emails, clear out the text messages, clear out the notes section on your phone that doesn't hold its purpose any longer. As I was doing that, I was going through old voice memos and I was like, far out. I have been doing this scripting for a long time now. So much so it goes back to at least 2010. And that's when I found Abraham Hicks. And if you don't know Abraham Hicks, I highly recommend you go to their YouTube channel. You can buy their books. They have a podcast. They've just been such a gift to me, and I know so many other people in this world. The power of scripting is when you get pen to paper and you really get into how you feel, what you see, what you hear, and bringing this vision to fruition. So you're going to learn all of this inside the scripting masterclass. But I have been doing this for so long that I have voice notes of me. I've written out the script and then I voice noted it and I listen to it on repeat. What I've done over the years to bring my big picture visions and deepest desires to fruition is through incorporating somatic work into it. Again, so my nervous system is on board to be able to hold this vision and expand with this vision to bring all of it to fruition. And so Abraham Hicks isn't teaching that, but Marcia and I are in this masterclass. I highly recommend that you join forces with us. But some things that have come to fruition is wild. So my husband and I have been coming to Costa Rica for a good 20 years. He's been coming down way longer than that. I remember coming down here and I'm like, Craig, one day I'm going to hold a retreat down here. And at that time, I was not trained in yoga. I was not trained in meditation. I was not trained in breath work. I certainly was not a coach, a hypnotherapist, rapid resolution therapist. I wasn't any of the things that I am highly trained in today. But something in me was like, no, one day I'm going to host a retreat here. And so guess what I did? I got pen to paper and I wrote, I scripted it out. It is now 2020 or now 2015 or now 2025. Put the date in that you want, obviously. When in the scripting class, we're going to put the 2025 or whatever year ahead that you're going to be doing. But when I was doing my scripting for my retreat, I read those scripts. I incorporated the somatic practices, and I have been leading retreats down here in Costa Rica. I held 3 sold out retreats, and now when I'm back in this space, I'm like, okay, it's time. It's time to have a little reunion here. So stay tuned for that also, because I'm going to be having an in-person retreat here in Costa Rica, and it's open. I'm going to be getting everything dialed soon. So stay tuned for that. So excited. That's a side note. But I have been incorporating scripting into all of my manifestation. So coming back into the energy of November of this time last year, I had my first 60K month. And no word of a lie, that was something I had scripted out. I had been getting it into my nervous system, getting it into my body, feeling it into existence. And when I reflect on all that has come through as a result from doing this work, one thing you have to know for sure is yes, you can script it out, you can get your body on board, but you also have to take inspired action, right? This is how we create the masculine framework for the feminine energy to flow. So, yes, it's great to script, and yes, it's great to get your body on board, but you also have to take inspired action. That is how I was able to start generating these high months. And it's like, wow, pinch me, thank you, more, please. If this is available, what else is available? The more that you can expand your nervous system, the more you can grow and get into that energy, that frequency where you can continue to hold more and expand more. This is what is going to support you in growing to that next level. I've also utilized scripting in this space where I get these downloads for names of programs, and it's like, okay, it's coming through, and I'm just going to sit with it. So I put it on my notes on my phone, I put it on my whiteboard at home, and I sit in meditation. I just feel it into existence and trust the divine timing of what is to come through. So I look on my phone app, and I wrote out January 17th. It was the Heart Wired CEO Mastermind. And I was like, well, that's interesting because I had just launched Chrysalis Volume 2 and sold it out. We had actually just began in February, and we had already sold out by the time I wrote the Heart Wired CEO Mastermind. So I didn't understand what it was, but I just sat with it. We had the Chrysalis Mastermind, we had the immersion in June. And so typically in the world of sales, it is in your best interest to sell something when you're in that energy, that frequency, whether it's your participants, your clients that keep coming back and signing on for more, or people are feeling the energy through what they're seeing on social media. So it would have been in my best interest to have relaunched Chrysalis Volume 3. And in fact, I have people on the wait list. But there was a deep knowing inside of me that I was to take a power pause. It didn't make sense logically, it didn't make sense financially, but it was like, no, you're taking a power pause here. And so I did, and I listened, and I did a lot of deep work that I had been integrating in the months from the work that I've been doing prior to during this power pause. And it was so profound because I was like, no, you're taking the power pause so you can start making power moves. So I was like, I trust. I have this deep sense of trust within myself where it's like, yep, here for this. So I come out of the power pause and I'm ready to start making power moves. I got this download after going to an event where I was like, Marcia and I are to collaborate on something deeper than what we're doing inside of Alliance. We both knew that we were going to be collaborating in some capacity. We didn't know what that looked like, if it was hosting a live event or doing more than Alliance, but maybe it was just master classes, but we're just like, there's more to it. And P.S., if you aren't in Alliance, hit up the link in the show notes for that as well. It's a free space to network and co-create and collaborate and connect and celebrate one another. It is so special. It's such a special hub for entrepreneurs to connect and just to be in the energy and the frequency without getting pitched on is beautiful. So I got the download. I messaged Marcia. I'm like, okay, Marcia, we are to do a mastermind together. We are to collaborate in a year-long, and we're going to host a live event at the end of it. And so I proposed that to her, and she's like, yep, totally makes sense. So we were sitting together, and we're like, what we're going to call this? And I was like, Heartwired CEO, the Heartwired CEO Mastermind. She's like, are you sure that's your name? I'm like, yeah, this is it. I get the downloads. I don't know where it's going, but I just trust. I had been scripting and holding the energy of this, but not knowing where it was headed. And here we are. Our first call is on January 16th, 2025. I got the download for it on January 17th, 2024. Not knowing, just trusting. So this is what happens when you get into the flow zone with Marsha and I. It's wild what comes through, and we are so excited to share this with you. I could go on and on about all of the ways that I've been scripting and how things have come into fruition, but you're going to experience that inside of the flow zone. So it's 12/12 when you're hearing this right now. When you join forces with us, you save $22. So it's a $33 masterclass, and it is going to be epic. Hit up the link in the show notes and receive $22 off until December 14th. And let's get into the energy of expansion. I know you're ready, and I know I'm ready, and we cannot wait to share this expansive experience with you. So until next time, I look forward to seeing you on Dropped In.